Abby's with us in Lexington, Kentucky. Hi, Abby. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hey, how are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So my husband and I are awaiting the arrival of our first baby any day now.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Hey, thank you.
What is it?
It's a boy.
Awesome.
It's a boy. And we have wonderful and supportive families who are, wanting to help invest for this baby. And so they brought up the idea, someone mentioned to them that they are interested in purchasing a life insurance policy for the baby once they're born. And my husband and I don't particularly feel like that's the best idea, but we don't know how to articulate why or even maybe what we would prefer instead. We do work with investment professionals for our investing that we do for retirement. And so I guess what would be the best option to suggest? Should we set up a 529? Should we set up a Roth? What would be easiest for them to just contribute to when they want to? What would you suggest?
There's nothing as stupid as a brand new grandparent. I know. I have lived it. I am that guy. We want to do. You wouldn't believe the crap I bought for babies on their first Christmas. Stuff they can't use till they're 16. I filled up the whole living room. My daughters were so disgusted with me.
They're like, you're keeping this at your house. I'm not taking this home.
Well, it doesn't even. Your kid can't drive it till he's 16, but you bought him too. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're sweet. They're sweet, but they're just being dumb. You're right.
How do you always explain the life insurance policy? It's to replace income, right?
Yeah,
if someone was to pass away, whoever's dependent on that person's income, this baby has no one dependent on him.
Well, and what's happened is some stupid life insurance agent got a hold of them and told them it was a way to invest for college. And let me tell you where they're going to college if they do it off a life insurance policy. They're not going to college. So it's just a horrible investment. They're sweet, but they're just doing it wrong. So we just need to guide them a little bit here and give them a lot of grace because truthfully they're so excited their brains aren't working.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you go to your investment professional and you set up a 529 and you go, hey guys, any of you that are wanting to invest in their future, we would consider it an honor if you would contribute to the 529.
Yeah, for college.
And hint, the insurance is a stupid idea. If they go buy it anyway, it's just one of those things a stupid grandparent did where they wasted their money. But but you don't, just advice from the other side of the aisle here, because I'm on the other side of this, is you're probably not going to keep them from doing all the stupid things you want them to not do.
It's just first. I'm curious, Abby, did they ask you if you wanted that, or are they saying they're going to do that?
No, they had just mentioned that, we heard this was a good idea. We thought about doing it. We're going to talk to our insurance agent.
It's not a hill. It's not a hill worth dying on. I would just do a drive-by on it at some point, and you don't have to do it immediately, but at some point go, hey, you guys mentioned that life insurance thing. We don't do investing in life insurance at our place. We do it in mutual funds, and so we've got a 529 set up, and if you'd put it in there, that would be the way we would prefer you do it. But if they do it anyway, don't get all mad about it. It's just them being stupid.
Yeah, that's what we figured. It's no skin off our teeth either way. But just if there was a better way to suggest.
How would you suggest it from her side?
When they may
you've had to handle in-laws.
I have, and I think if you it's not so much no to this idea as it is, hey, we really like this idea. So focus on the yes, focus on the positive, keep it positive. But what I would find appealing, what I would think the grandparents would find appealing about the 529 is it's something so tangible you're investing in, their future, their college, their education, and just say, hey, like we want to start investing early and saving for their college education, for his college education. If you want to do that, that'd be really cool that you could participate in investing in his future in that way. When he's 18, he's going to get to go to school because this money, we start to paint this picture in the positive.
We'll be able to point back and go, Grandma and Grandpa were the ones who helped us fund this.
That's right.
They're going to college because of Grandma and Grandpa, and they get the credit and stuff, or part of the credit, or however, all that kind of thing. So
I just keep it positive. Focus on what you do want them to do, not what you don't want them to do, and maybe they'll move in that direction.
Yeah, because here's what's going to happen. So, after there's 6 or 7 grandkids running around, they're going to get bored with all this.
Yeah. The novelty he wears off.
They're not going to be as big a problem because they're going to be their sugar's going to be dialed down a little by then. So, like, I'm a lot more chill with number 7 than I was with number 1, right? I mean, I had to have.
And will they?
Yeah,
will
I
they
was the problem Papa Dave with number 1. For sure. Bless his heart.
How do we rate him in? I told the team today, Dave, during one of our shoots, my dad, one of the ways that he shows love, he thinks the larger the present, physically larger, the more love. I'm like, Dad, I don't have any more room in my house. Get it out. Too much stuff.
Large plastic things with motors in them for boys. Yes.
I'm like, no more.
Yes,
no
you
more.
need 6 of those cars. If 1 is good, 6 is better. Yes. Oh my gosh. Absolutely. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, you do get. And it's that way with kids. I mean, the first one went off to college, we cried, and the second one we cried for 10 minutes, and the third one we pointed to college and said, go that way. And so, it's just like,
Rachel talks about this. She's still scarred by it,
Yeah, she's scarred by it. She's got a lot of scars. But, so, yeah, it's choose your battles because they're not going to always be there.
Yep.
The battles aren't going to always be there. I mean,
Yep.
And so it's a bigger deal to you right now than it will be with the third kid. It's a bigger deal to them right now than it will be with the 7th grandkid.
Well, and
because the emotions you just kind of calm down a little bit.
Totally. And I think how you approach discussions totally are different if the decision doesn't directly affect you. Like if you're talking about something like they want to move next door to you because they want to take care of the kids every day, like that affects you. If they get a life insurance policy on the baby, that doesn't affect you in a real practical day-to-day way.
Yeah.
And so that changes how you approach it too.
Yeah, you can ignore the stupidity because it's doing no damage.
Yeah, it's not really affecting you.
Except to their bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But I think a good thing is just a way to redirect it. But I always think of my granny gave us savings bonds, which suck. I mean, a horrible rate of return, like 2% or something.
It's just what she wanted to do.
And she gave us a $50 or $100 savings bond for each kid every Christmas for college. I would instantly cash them out and put them in mutual funds because they suck.
Yeah.
But I always lied to her. I mean, no, I told her the truth, sort of. But, I mean, she would say, how's those savings bonds doing? I said, they're great, Granny.
They're getting
great
awesome. Returns in my mutual fund.
Because after I cashed them out and put them in a mutual fund, they are great. But so that was partially true. But, yeah, I got rid of them as soon as I could. But she was doing a nice thing the wrong way or the least efficient way.
Yeah.
And so, we just had to redirect. Because there was no talking to her about it. She was a savings bond generation. That was the thing. That was... Put all their money in the CDs and all the kids' money in savings bonds because we're children of the Depression. All that stuff. There you go.